Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to NBA 2K23. Today, we are going to be talking. Yes, talking. Why talking? Well, there's a lot to talk about. As Season 4 arrives, we come off one of the worst seasons that we've probably ever gotten in my team as a whole since seasons have existed. Now, I have a very bad feeling about moving into Season 4 and kind of a trend and kind of an outlook on where things are going with the mode as far as just a whole. Not so much just as like the next following season, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about Season 4 coming up here, but the main focus and point of this video is going to be level 40 cards. Now, back in 2K20, was it 20 or 20? I don't think it was last year. I think it was it last year? 20 or 21? I can't remember. Let me know in the comments below. The level 40 was something that you wanted to get because it was a high value card. It was a card that was going to stick in your lineup for a long time. But somewhere around, I want to say December-ish, winter-ish time of last year, that whole thing changed. Why? Because it hurts their pack sales. It all comes down to the business aspect of getting a card. They want to give you a good card, but only to a certain degree, because why? If you get this card for just playing the game, then you have no incentive to get better cards. And that for less money for them and less money towards packs. So, the big rumored card that's coming out for Season 4 is Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine. Great card. Galaxy Opal, I'm sure. But already, at this point of the game, is outdated. I don't care if it's Galaxy Opal. You can say Cazzie Russell is almost going to be 100% better. Now, it would take a lot to make this Zach LaVine absolutely cracked, but will they do the necessary things in order to do that? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think I don't think they're going to give him a nice jump shot. I mean, he already has a nice jump shot, so he already has that going for him. I believe it's like the T-Mac base or something similar to that. I'm sure it'll be on quick, but he's 6'5", and not too many people are running the 6'5"ers right now. I don't see a ton of Cazzie Russell out there, and he's cracked. So right away, he's got a height deficit going for him. He's not super great on defense. I would be shocked if he got clamps as far as like is able to upgrade it to Hoff clamps, which a lot of these cards already are having. It's to a point where it's going to be a good card for free, but it won't be a comp card that you're going to see any of these guys in 250 using. Now, the only thing I think that could be saving grace for the level 40, if it is Zach LaVine, would be if he was point guard, shooting guard. But I don't think they're going to go that route either. So I would be shocked if they did. That would make him a very good card. That would really be the only thing I could think of to make him a valuable card. But by the time you're able to get this level 40, could there already be 4 new point guards that make him irrelevant? Probably, because that's just the route they've been going. It seems like as soon as we get a level 40 announced, they drop something to depreciate the level 40 immediately. And Trae Young never even had that little glimmer of hope. I mean, I think I stated that from the beginning. Oh, you always have your happy-go-luckies in the Twitter comments. What are you guys talking about? I love Trae Young. In the right hands, he could be superb. No. Hey guys, need cheap MT? Check out a6k.com. They're safe, they're reliable, and with my code Richie at checkout, you can get 5% off. Go get the cards you really want. Never, ever a 6'1" point guard, even at the start of the year, could be a highly valuable card. So, I mean, and even Zach LaVine, while, like I said, he is a good card. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that's not a bad card. I just don't think he will stand the test of time, which is where I'm seeing these level 40s going. Can you name the last level 40 that really was a staple in your lineup for a while? It's just not the route they're going anymore, because at the end of the day, I do think they see packs have been selling less. The mode is not drawing a lot of people in the beginning, and this is more on their fault than it is as far as a community fault. There hasn't been a lot of changes to the mode. They make tweaks and bugs and things here and there, but We're still playing Unlimited for lackluster rewards. No one's playing draft mode because, again, lackluster rewards. There's just not, and then a triple threat was unplayable with that bogus-ass camera until the patch that just came out today or yesterday. I forget when they patched it. That's been unplayable. The rewards, there's just not a lot of incentive to play. It's clearly hitting their pockets. It's clearly the reason why we are getting less and less reward cards that are going to stick in a lineup for a long time because it hurts their overall profits. And I don't care about that, but I do think people are starting to see, I'm starting to see people come to this trend where they're like always super optimistic for the level 40, and it's kind of like that where you know the movie, you've seen this movie already before, you know how it ends, but you run into that lucky hopeful that thinks the good guy lives at the end, but then he ends up dying. So, I mean, that's kind of where we're going, and I wanted to know what your thoughts and opinions are on this. Do you think that, this is fine? Is it fine? I mean, it is nice. Like I said, it is a free card at the end of the day just for playing. But at the same time, it's not a super high valuable card either. So if you're grinding your time away for a card that's not really going to stick in your lineup, is that worth it? Where are we at here? I'm just trying to figure it out because even like a card like Sean Kemp is super, is a super nice card, but then they go ahead and drop other cards immediately to like put it on the back shelf. Like the day that Sean Kemp became available, as they do with most of these collection cards, they drop a George Mikan, they drop a Nedelicki, they drop a Dolph Schayes, like they drop 3 other cards to make that card look not so great anymore. So, like I said, to me, this is a bad trend, and I think that's just the way it's going to be moving forward. I wanted to know your thoughts and opinions on this because I've seen the rumors that Zach LaVine is coming out for season 4. That seems, and usually when there's a hint, there's a I don't know what to say. There's a linger in the air of a card that we're going to get. It's usually correct with this community. I don't know how they do it, but somehow they always figure it out. And if it is Zach LaVine, to me, this card is going to be outdated from the day it releases for level 40. Now, is it a bigger name? Is it a more usable player than Trae Young? Absolutely. You'll definitely probably see him in some lineups. But as far as him being in any form of the 250 contest, I say absolutely not. So, I mean, it depends on what you're playing for, I guess, at this stage of the game. Are you casual, or are you a guy that looking for a valuable card to get in the lineup? I mean, it just depends. If you're comp, you're not going to use him probably, unless he's point guard eligible, and even at that point, by the time you get him, he might be outdated, which pretty much he will be by the time he releases, or you're a casual and he's great for your team. So it's hard. It seems like they're having a hard time finding the equal between the comp diehard sweaty and your casual player. It's a hard time finding that mix. I don't think this is a bad card for this. I mean, no one liked the Trae Young. Anything's a step up from that. But I wanted to get your thoughts and opinions on this because I seen that level 40 is trending downwards to an irrelevant card by the time it's announced. So I wanted to throw that out there, get your guys' thoughts and opinions, get the comments stirring up about what you feel about level 40 and its direction it's taken. I definitely think that the start, everything looked great on paper as far as the new rewards, the way the modes were playing. But then when we got to the thick of things and things actually played out, it wasn't as great as we thought. So I don't know what they do to revamp and revitalize the mode. The mode has definitely been on... It's been on life support, really, the last couple months, and it usually is at the start of the year. It doesn't really ramp up until we get the super glitchy cards, which we're starting to, but I don't know that it's enough. And then after 250, who knows? But, I do think it'll see a resurgence at the end of the year, as it always does, but that's when all the good cards come out, which you guys don't seem to want so much, but then that's the only time people come to play, so I don't know. This whole community, we're always at a tug of war. I want to see where you fall on the fence. Let me know in the comments below, and like I said, I don't know. To me, I've never really grinded these level 40s because they're never really that good. The card, if you buy the packs, if you buy the cards, you got a level 40 base card immediately without having to grind it. So, I don't know. That's just kind of where I stand. I feel like these cards are outdated by the time they even get announced. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the comments below. I'd be curious to see what you think. I got more videos coming for you this weekend. It's going to be great. I'll see you then. Richie Nation, party on.